Welcome to MeMe's Kitchen, the Thanksgiving Prep Edition. Y'all, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and my most requested recipe is for dressing and gravy. It will be on every buffet in one form or another. And guess what? The recipe is right here in Sunday Lunch at MeMe's. And y'all, it is so easy. Y'all, when I first started making videos, this is one of the first ones that I made. And so I went back and looked at it and I thought, well, y'all, the instructions haven't changed. The ingredients have not changed. It's the same. So we decided that we would just recycle it. One thing I need to tell you, I learned something myself. Y'all, we don't like a lot of sage, so I boldly said I only use poultry seasoning in my dressing. Well, half of you set me straight. Poultry seasoning includes sage, but y'all, not much of it. So this is what I'm going to say. If you like sage, hey, you go for it. You add as much as you want to. But the poultry seasoning has enough in it for us. In this video, I made enough to have for Sunday lunch and to freeze a pan. And y'all, that's why I'm here today, to tell you you can make it now and you can freeze it. And if you do, then you would sit it in your refrigerator on Wednesday night. And guess what? Thursday morning, you would set your oven on 350 degrees to bake it. Okay, y'all, grab your ingredients and get to cooking. So the first thing that you do is you bake a dish of cornbread. Now I want to show you this. This is Martha White yellow cornmeal mix hot rise. Now the instructions are on the back that tell you how to make the cornbread. And I followed those instructions exact. I doubled the recipe. So this is a 9 by 13 dish, and so I doubled this recipe, so that'll give you some idea how much cornbread that we're going to have. So I just wanted you to see that package and see. So now we're going to take this up. I'll just kind of cut it so it'd be easy to get out of the dish. Take this and you crumble it. And when I say crumble, you really crumble. You don't want any big chunks in it, so if you got a hard spot like was in the corner of the dish, just eat it. But don't leave big chunks in it. So we're going to crumble this up. All right, now the next thing we're going to do is we are going to get our celery and our onions ready. Run these through the food processor. Now you can chop them up if you want to. If your family likes little chunks of vegetables in their dressing, you can do that. But personally, we don't care for that. So and you know, my mama always did this, so I guess that's why I did it, why I do it. So this is our celery. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and empty our celery in here. All right, then we're just going to put this right back on the food processor. And now we're going to do our onion. So 2 cups of onions. Let's get all of our onion in there. 2 eggs. Beat them up, and while we're beating them, a stick of butter. And then we're going to put a carton. This is a 32-ounce carton of chicken broth. Now, I always wondered why my mama had a pair of pliers in her drawer with her things. Well, I found out, and that would be why. it's just so much easier. So we just go put that whole carton in there. Okay, and I'll stick a butter. All I use is the poultry seasoning. And you use 2 teaspoons, and I kind of use a generous teaspoon. And y'all, we may add some more chicken broth to this because you want your dressing just a little bit soupy so that when it cooks, it's going to dry out when it cooks. Okay, this is a 14.5 ounce can of chicken broth. And so I think what we'll do is we'll just put all of this in here. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. At this point, you'd wanna taste your dressing just a little bit, just to make sure you have enough of everything in it. And it's just kind of, that's good. This is a 9 by 13 casserole dish. Now that will be for Sunday lunch tomorrow. And then I am going to freeze this one uncooked and cook it on Thanksgiving morning. So if you need this much total dressing, then you can make it ahead and you could actually freeze both of them. And then say on Wednesday night, take it out, sit it in your refrigerator, and then cook it on Thursday morning. So you didn't have all this preparation to do. So it would make it really a time saver for you and get you like a step ahead. Okay, I would like to say on the dressing, you cook it on 350 degrees. And it needs to cook about an hour. You can kind of tell because the top of it gets brown and kind of dry looking like cornbread. Now, if it gets too dry, trying to, cook it out, or if you forget it and you look into that, oh my goodness, melt you a stick of butter and just pour right over it, and that will help to make it moist. Now, we're going to make the gravy, and it's called giblet gravy, but I just make it just with chicken. And so today, what I did is I got this, it's called shortcut carved chicken breast. And it's made by Purdue, and it is 9 ounces. And what I did, it comes in little strips, and I just cut it in little chunks. So we're going to turn this on, let it come to a boil, and then I've already boiled my eggs and chopped them up. That's 3 eggs. And I peel them and chop them up. And so when this comes to a boil, and that's just chicken broth in there. That was a carton of the chicken broth, just like we used in the dressing. So we're gonna let this come to a boil, and when it does, I'll just show you how we put all the rest of it together. Now I have already boiled this about, I would say 15 or 20 minutes, because you want the chicken to be tender and not real tough in there. In fact, really it's good just to kind of shred your chicken. But and a lot of times after you cook it for a while, it will do that itself. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put our boiled eggs in there. So that's our egg, our chicken, and our broth in there. Now this is cornstarch and water. And I put about 1/4 cup of cornstarch. And then I think it's all the way up to 1 cup. So just put water in there. And that just helps it so that it doesn't lump. This is going to be a nice thick gravy. We'll make it just a little bit thicker. And the good thing about this is if you get it too thick, you just put some more broth in it. Or water, actually. You can put water in it. And y'all, you can make this the day before. Now what I will do with this is I will put this in a, I don't know, even a bowl. Well, I'll probably put it in a jar because tomorrow I'll put it back in this pot to heat it up for us to eat on our rice and our dressing tomorrow. And so, see, it's nice and thick. Okay, we're home from church, and just like I promised, we'll show you the dressing, but I'm also going to show you what we're serving today. So we have got rice here. This is chicken covered in bacon, barbecue chicken, mac and cheese. This is our dressing, and our mashed potatoes. And then this is our gravy that goes on our dressing, our rice. We've got lima beans, we've got squash and onions, green beans, black-eyed peas, fresh pineapple, candied yams, pear salad. This is our deviled eggs. And then for dessert, we've got either strawberry shortcake, this is lemon pie, this is Oreo pie. I can't wait to hear how your dressing and gravy turns out. Now, I know you're going to be weary from all the cooking and all the prepping, but everybody remember, shine for Jesus.